psalmist says, no, I won't be silent. I give God the glory.
Yes.
Oh, but I saw something else in here. It says now, to the end that it wasn't his glory, it says, my glory may sing praise to thee,
Yes.
and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give thanks unto thee forever.
Amen.
I guess it's really a simple situation here. People who are not silent have a reason to speak.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
The psalmist says, he says, to the end my glory will sing praise unto thee, and not be silent.
Amen.
It's a shame when people are blessed and they don't know that they are blessed, but they come into the house of the Lord and forget that the Lord woke them up this morning.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Even though we had aches and pains when we got started, and we wanted to take in, call in, sit for the church for some reason, but we pressed our way through.
Amen.
Because we believe that God was up to something, and that I'm in line for my next miracle.
Hallelujah.
But there are folk who come in and they just sit down on the Lord. They don't know how to be able to get involved into a worship. Because the psalmist says here, he says, to the end, my glory, not the praise team, to the end, my glory, not the pastor, to the end, my glory, not my family, to the end, my glory will sing praises to thee.
Amen. Hallelujah.
And in order for you to sing, you got to open up your mouth. You can't just do it in your heart. You can hold all day, but the end result is that if you really want to get God's attention, open up your mouth and give him what the Bible says in Hebrews, the sacrifice of praise, which is the fruit of your lips. Give him the glory. Give him the honor. Let him know how much you appreciate him. I don't hear nobody wanting to get closer to God and let God get closer to you. You ought to be able to magnify him and exalt his name forever. I was reading earlier about what to be silent meant. It means to. It means in most cases, it means to be dumb.
Amen. All right.
You're not saying nothing because you have nothing to say.
Amen.
But then after that it says to be dumb. There are people who wish they could say something.
Amen. Amen.
But they have been diagnosed as being dumb and deaf.
Amen.
I had an aunt who was like that. But ever so often, even though she couldn't hear it, she would make a noise. And I realized it was at a time that when Big Mama, it was Big Mama's sister, whenever Big Mama had the Lord's music on, as we would say, as she would say, and not the devil's music, but whenever God's music was on, I found out that my aunt began to utter out some noise. Oh, y'all ain't gonna work with me. Because even though she couldn't communicate with us, and we could not figure out what was going on in the things that she said, her Creator knew what was going on.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Her Creator knew what was going on, and she would make some sounds and utterances at times that was unbeknown to us as a child, and we made fun of it at times. You know, there were at least 2 times that she communicated well to my sister and my cousin, because she slapped the mess out of me. They kept bothering her. They kept picking at her. But she just hauled off and pop! Ask my sister about it. She'll Woo! Rita slapped the stew out of her. And my mother said she used to be able to thread a needle real good. She had gifts and talents, even though she was considered deaf and dumb. And so many of us with gifts and talents can't see our way clear because we get caught up in what we do see and not how God sees it.
Amen.
Y'all better help me out here.
Amen.
The psalmist says, to the end, my glory.
Yes.
Here's where some people may miss it. We are still looking at ourselves of not being worthy to be in the will of the Father. Can I at least try to help you out? None of us are worthy. Even Jesus said, why do you call me good? Because there's nobody good but the Father.
Amen.
So, but Jesus was God's, at the time, only begotten Son. Came from the Father. And he came on this earth so that those of us who would see him and then believe in him would now understand that God created me out of his image and his likeness and called me out of darkness into the marvelous light so that I can now do the things that Jesus has done.
Amen.
Oh, that's why John 14 and 12 says, greater works than these shall you do because I've got to go back to my Father.
Amen.
He says, not only will you do the works of the Father, but you're going to do greater than the things I did.
Amen.
Greater. New beginning.